I wanted to make a video on my journey, um, from drug addiction to having this ayahuasca experience, to present day. It's now been a year and about a week since my first ayahuasca experience, and I guess I just wanted to make this video to show that it is possible to get clean, and it is possible to have transformative experiences, positive transformative experiences from psychedelic states. There's people on the internet today that have major influence, say on YouTube, and that have taken ayahuasca or other psychedelic substances, and they were pushed into hypomanic states, mania, drug-induced psychosis, and people see that, and people they see right through these people. It's not hard to. And I guess I just want to state that with going through a psychedelic experience, it is extremely important to have proper integration afterwards. I fear if I didn't have a proper integration practice like I do today, I probably would have lost my mind. I don't know, but I know after the ayahuasca I was having similar to hypomanic states. I definitely wasn't hypomanic, but I can understand how someone could get to that point based off of my experience. And so, psychedelics, like we've said in the podcast, aren't neither good nor bad. They're just tools. And what we do with the experiences that we encounter on these substances, is really up to us. And so the picture on the screen right now is me 3 days after my first ayahuasca experience. Now, prior to my ayahuasca experience, I was using drugs heavily, daily, for a long time, and I had an addiction for 10 years. Miraculously, I had this ayahuasca experience and don't touch heroin again after my experience for about 4 months. And when I had this ayahuasca experience, I was on a high dose of methadone, 120 milligrams. So I'm still taking the methadone, but I'm stopping the heroin immediately after the ayahuasca experience. Fast forward 3.5, 4 months, I go from 120 milligrams after the experience down to 1 milligram. And when I got to 1 milligram is when I slipped up and I started using the heroin again. The physical withdrawal and the mental withdrawal was just too much to deal with. Luckily, I had support around me, family and friends, that truly wanted to see me succeed. So I got into a rehab facility where I was not around any drugs, and I got off the methadone cold turkey. I was there for 7 days, and I have not touched opiates since. I have not touched heroin or methadone. And if it wasn't for the perspective that I got from the ayahuasca, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you. So but that's really what it was. It was a perspective shift. It wasn't a cure-all or a fix-all. It was just a moment of perspective that I could not have gotten without it. So in my life, it is a miracle. But I mean, what are miracles? Miracles are what we make of them. And in that moment when I was on the ayahuasca, I knew the potential and possibility that I could have in life, and influence that I could have And that is actually what scares me the most, is how much influence and potential that I can achieve. So luckily with this integration practice that I have, that my brother and I and our good friend have developed, I'm able to stay grounded, and I'm able to have perspective each week. I don't take psychedelics each week. I've only taken ayahuasca twice, and they were both within a month of each other. And I had a psilocybin experience in April. But other than that, I haven't really done any psychedelics. But this integration technique that we've developed ourselves is almost just as miraculous as the ayahuasca was to me. Because without it, I don't think I would be clean, and I don't think I would be here today speaking to you. So yeah, so you saw that picture of 3 days after the ayahuasca. You can tell by this picture that I've seen something grandiose or something miraculous. But like I said, without a proper integration, I don't think I would be able to, I don't think I would be here. I think I would have lost all of that perspective that I had gained from the ayahuasca in the first place. So there's this picture of me 3 days after, and then a picture of me today. Anyways, don't let other people's experiences of psychedelics influence you in a major way. I mean, do proper research. Reach out to the people that are really making a change, like myself and my brother. And I see people throw the term enlightenment around all the time. Well, to me, enlightenment doesn't mean that you're in a nirvana-like state, or you're in a happiness all the time-like state. No, I think enlightenment is being content with the fact that there are ups and downs, there is good and bad, there is happiness and sadness. That's the most difficult thing to accept. For me, it was the most difficult thing to accept. But over this past year, I've been able to, with this integration technique, I've been able to accept things that I cannot control. That's the most difficult thing for me, is to accept things that I cannot control. And step one was lowering my expectations of myself and everyone around me. The things I'm saying are easy to conceptualize, or easy to believe, I guess, but to really integrate that and really truly be okay with that is a whole nother story, and it takes a lot of work. So I just wanted to share this, kind of nervous talking to the camera, not something I'm used to, but I mean well. And the psychedelic revolution is a real reality. I just worry that without the right structure and integration, it has the potential to have a very negative effect on a lot of people. So reach out to me, reach out to my brother, cultivatingconnections@gmail.com, at cultivatingconnectionsvt@gmail.com. And I'd love to collaborate with some other influencers. Alright, thank you.